The person here, three friends, Arthur, Brian, and Carl, ABC. So they decide to divide a cake. Okay, there are 4 types of flavor here. You have chocolate, orange, strawberry, and vanilla. Okay, so based on their eyes, okay, for this one, they have this one. Okay, so Arthur likes chocolate more and then orange also, but hates strawberry and vanilla. Okay, so it's chocolate and this is orange. This is strawberry and vanilla. Okay, so based on this one, this is what they likes and what they hates. Okay, so this one, if you see, Brian likes chocolate and strawberry, and then Carl likes chocolate and vanilla. Okay, so the questions here, Atom makes the first one, okay, to cut. He is the divider, makes the first cut down the center, and Brian choose the pieces that he likes. Okay, so which one or which piece would Brian choose? Okay, as you see that Brian likes chocolate and strawberry. And then describe how he might subdivide it into 3 shares. So means that after that, how he will divide it. And then describe how Arthur might divide the other share. Okay, so what? So Brian and Arthur. And then of course the chooser is Carl. And then you need to describe a possible fair division of the cake and then find the value of the share. It means that in percentage. So this one not based on degree or whatever. Okay. So based on what not based on the price, but based on they like. Okay, so you need to find, you know, that you don't have any clue, but only what you see, that the 50-50 what they like, okay, and what they hate. So you need to find which one or how the divider will cut and which one the chooser will choose. Okay. So based on this one, okay, so you know that Arthur likes chocolate and strawberry. Okay. Okay. So Arthur makes the first cut down the center, and then Brian chooses the pieces that he likes the best. Okay. So which one Brian will choose, and then how will he subdivide into 3 shares. Okay. So here Brian sees the cake like this. And this is the orange, vanilla, strawberry, and balik. This is chocolate. This is strawberry. So here Brian sees, okay, so he cut like this. So this is S1, this is S2, okay, subdivide. So S1, Brian sees S1, okay. Brian sees here, okay, S1 as 100%. Okay, and then you know, because Brian likes chocolate and strawberry, of course, okay, we'll cut like this. Okay, and then after cut, and then of course Brian sees like this, and then of course S2, because he hates orange and vanilla. Okay, so of course this one is 0%. And then of course Brian will choose this S1. Okay, because he likes this one. And then how would Brian cut? Okay, subdivide the cake again. Okay, so this one, what you know that, okay, this is the cake, the S1 that he chose. Okay, so this is S1, and this is his chocolate, this is strawberry. Okay, so of course fair, to be fair, okay, how he's going to cut the cake, of course, just subdivide into 3, meaning that he will cut the cake into like this. Very easy to him. So when he cuts, this is 60, this is 60 degrees. Okay, this is 60 degrees. And of course, based on this one, 45, 45, 90 degrees. So this one will be 30 degrees left, and this also 30 degrees. Okay, so this one will be whatever, okay, you want to define it, how you want to put the marker. So this one can be 1A, 1B, and 1C. Okay, so meaning that 180 degrees, he subdivide into 3, which means 60 degrees. That's why he cut, because it is 180. Okay, be fair. So it is 100%. Okay, divide by 3, which means that each of these pieces is 33.33%. Okay, so this is it. Okay, this is for A. Okay, now for B, describe how Arthur might subdivide the other share. Okay, so Arthur, you see that he likes chocolate and orange. And then you know Brian choose the S1. Okay, so meaning that, okay, so you left with this one, orange and vanilla. Okay, so you know that he likes orange more, 50%. Okay, he don't like this thing, vanilla. Okay, so you have this thing because he likes this more, 50%. Okay, this side. Fine. Okay, so he likes this more. What happened is 90%, 90 degrees divide by 3, meaning that 30 degrees. And then you know that 50%, meaning that 50% divided by 3 will give you 16, 2 over 3%. Okay, and then how is cut the cake? Okay, based on this one, okay, first you have this thing. Okay, Brian sees, you know that he likes orange, so he divide into 3. He needs to subdivide this as 2 pieces. Okay, so this is seluruh. Hang. Okay, so this is S2. Okay, so you know that Brian needs to cut again. Brian lah, Arthur. So what happened? Okay, he needs to find how many degrees that he needs to cut, or how many percent. Okay, so he cut it into like this. So dia tak nak kan? Cik hang dia. Sekejap Computer saya hang. Apa ni? Okay, like this. So he cuts again, okay, into 30 degrees. So here we cut it like this. Okay, you know that this is 90 degrees. So another one will be like this. And okay, so this one will be left 30 also. Okay, so this is another 90 degrees. So this one is 30 degrees. This one also 30 degrees. And this one also 30 degrees. Okay, so this one, of course, this is 90 degrees. Okay, what happened? Okay, this is 2A, this is 2B, and this one, 30 plus 90 degrees is 2C. Okay, so from this one, as you can see, okay, because you know that Arthur, is it? Yeah. And cows like vanilla and but hates chocolate. Okay. So in the eyes, in the cow's eyes, okay. So cow we choose to see. Okay, meaning that to see is 30 degrees plus 90 degrees. Okay, so this is for cow. Okay, so and then you know that cows from this one, the question here, another one is describe a possible fair division of the cake. Okay, so from this one, you know that for C, okay, cow, of course he is the chooser. Okay, cow will choose, you know that this is S1, this is S2. Okay, and then cows like chocolate 2. Okay, and then Brian sees this side lah. Okay, so Carl, because he likes chocolate, okay, he will choose, okay, for Carl, he will choose 1A, the 60 degrees, okay, because he likes chocolate, plus with 2C, meaning that, okay, means that Carl get 60 degrees of chocolate plus 30 degrees of orange plus 90 degrees of vanilla. Okay, so based on this one, the percentage here, okay, 60 degrees, 90s, and 50% plus with 30 degrees over 90 degrees, you know, because the cake is that one. Okay, he don't like this, but he still gets one. Okay, 90 degrees. 90 degrees over 50%. Okay, so he will get actually 33.3% plus 0% because he don't like the 30 degrees of orange, but he still needs to get it. So this one is 50%. So half portion, okay, fair share is 83.3%. Okay, this is his portion or whatever he likes. Okay, another one. So how about Brian? Okay, so Brian's, of course, you know that he likes this one, the S1. Okay, and then he gets this is for Carl. So 1B, he will take this S1 chocolate, 30% 30 degrees of chocolate and 30 degrees
Digo, o sea,
of
mira.
strawberry. So Brian will get
fantasma. Yo
1B,
siento que eso es como un trío.
1C. Means that it is 30 degrees chocolate plus 30 degrees of strawberry. And then when you calculate how many percentage, so meaning that it is 30 over 90 degrees or 50% plus 30 degrees, 90 degrees. And he likes both, of course, 50%. And then you calculate, you will get 16.6 plus 50 degrees, 50%. Okay, so this one will give you 66.6%. So this is the one that he will get the percentage, the fair share for him. And then for Arthur, last one. Okay, Arthur, as you know, for portion B, he likes that one orange. Oops, Arthur, yeah, orange. So Arthur will choose 2A plus 2B. Okay, because he likes orange. 2B. So we'll give him, okay, so 60% of orange. Okay, get all, everything. Okay, 60 degrees of orange, meaning that because 2A and 2B, it's 30-30, right? So this is why we give you. Okay, so you just calculate 60 degrees over 90 degrees times with 50%, and then we'll give you 33.1 over 3 or 33.3333%. Okay, so these are their fair share. Find the value of their fair share. Okay, so this is C. Okay, Brian. And the value of the percentage is also this one. Okay, so you will have this thing. So this is the loan chooser method. Okay. So another method which called the last diminisher method. Okay, so this one actually it is very easy actually based on the slides. I think you can see or you can read it from the slides. Okay, where the island, the example is based on the island. So they, instead of backstabbing, they use the last diminisher method to divide the the island. Okay, so here the last diminisher method. Okay, this one just read from the slides. Okay, but this one is another example. So the how is this games, okay, or this method works. Okay, so you have things. Okay, for example, later you can see from the slides, very easy. So you just read. Okay, so you have few players, P1 until how many? Okay, for example, so you have a P1. For example, you have P1 and P2. Okay, you want to play this method, use this method. Okay, so you will claim a piece. For example, like this. Okay, there are two players here. Okay, so of course P1 will work first. Okay, so P1 will choose his or her piece that he wants. Okay, so let's say that I choose like this. Okay, so this is, okay, so P1 choose here. Okay, okay, so P1 claim this one, this piece. Okay, so this is R. So C is what we call claim. Okay, the claim one. and R is the remaining or the unwanted pieces. Okay, so that is R. Okay, so this is for P1. Okay, so what happened after P1 choose his or his whatever that he wants? Okay, P2 came. Okay, when P2 came, and then suddenly, okay, P2 will decide where is the part that okay. So P2, okay, can claim the piece that P1 wants. Okay, meaning that, okay, P2, this guy, okay, or this person or lady or whatever, okay, he or she can pass or diminish. Okay, so meaning that he can claim or P2 can claim these pieces. Even though you know that P1 already, okay, you say that this P1, okay, but actually it is only the remaining part or whatever, okay, the portion or whatever, okay, the land that they want. Okay, so that's why this one, okay, P2 can take over this one. Okay, so what happened to this one? Okay, when P2 already said that, okay, P1 no more for P1, okay, only for P2. So P1 needs to decide again which piece that he or she wants. Okay, so the choice is to pass or to diminish. Okay, so that is how it goes. Okay, so that one you can go, you can see from the slides. It's very easy actually from the slides, so you can read. Okay, so you have it is a temporary settlement for each player until each player already take over their settlement, the piece that they want. Okay, so this one is example. So this is salah. Okay, so you have 5 players here. Okay, of course it didn't show P1. Okay, 5 players. Okay, so you have P1, P1, P2, P3, P4, and P5. Okay, so they have a cake. Okay, usually in the example it is an island. Okay, so which piece of the land that they want? Okay, so the cake price is $40. Okay, so how they want to divide the cake is using the last diminisher method instead of the lone chooser or whatever method that you already know. So they use the lone chooser method. Okay, so of course with the privacy of your own simpan sendiri rahsia. Okay, so this one, the value for this one, P2 is 650, P3 is 850, P4 is 820, and this one is 790. Okay, so of course you know that the fair share here 40 divides by 5, meaning that it is $8 fair share for each of them. So here the question here, which players are diminishes in R1? Okay, so R1 means that round 1. Okay, so how are you going to decide this one? Okay, so you know, based on the value of C piece, okay, the one that they wanted, okay, you see that all of them, okay, 650, 850, 820, and 790, okay, and then you know that the fair share is $8. Okay, so which players are diminished in round 1? Okay, based on their fair share, okay, there should be, the diminisher should be the piece, the value that they see must be more or equal to, usually more, okay, more than the fair share value. So here the diminisher should be P3 and P4. Okay, because they see that the value of these C piece is 850 and 820. So they are the diminisher. Okay, and then B, who gets a fair share in the end of R1. Okay, and then what value of the share to the player. Okay, so of course you know that based on this one, P3 and P4 are the diminisher, and then who gets a fair share in the end of the round 1? Of course, after P3, okay, claim his or her piece, okay, and then P4 comes, because this is a temporary settlement, P4C, okay, I want that piece, okay, so that's why he is the last one, because he, after P3, of course P4, okay, so he said he will be the diminisher, okay, the last diminisher. So P4 is the last diminisher. And then what the value of the share to the player? Of course it is $8. Okay, and then C2. Okay, and in round 2, of course, P1 is the one who cuts the cake. Okay, so round 2, P1 makes the first cut. Okay, so this one, because P1, his piece that he wants, of course, has been diminished by P2. And then when P2 comes, of course, P2 also share has been diminished by P3. Okay, and diminished by P4. Okay, and up P4 get the, because he is the last one. Okay, sekejap, saya buka yang dia punya contoh lagi. So that one will make P1 makes the first cut. Okay, and the last the first, second round. So this one, every person when they diminish, so every time that person, okay, will take a turn, renew their turn to take their piece that they want. I think better I show you the slides. Okay, sekejap, habiskan. So the R piece, okay, the R piece, so meaning that the remaining pieces is worth, okay, since each of them, okay, like P2, P4 already have their piece, their own, what they claim, okay, should be, because you know that the cake is $40, $8 already gone, so will be worth more or equal to $32 to each remaining players. Okay, so this one 40 minus 8, which give you $32. Okay, so this is it. Saya tengah buka slides. Okay, so be patient. Ada slow sikit. Okay, so another example. Okay, so here, so another example, this is a cake. Okay, there are players, 7 players. So P1 until P7. Okay, so they want to divide the cake using the last diminution methods. Okay, so when they play, okay, they fix the order. Okay, they fix on P1, P2, P3, and so on. Okay, so here what they said, okay, in round 1, in R1, okay, so you need to remember this one, okay, P1 cut, okay, and then P2, P4, P6 are the on only diminisher. Okay, ini saya tunjuk yang dia punya slides tu. And then, okay, round 2, okay, P1 cut, okay, and then P5 is diminishers. Okay, this one. In round 3, okay, P1 cut, okay, so P1 dia malang sikit, dia punya bahagian asyik kena makan. P2, P3, P4, P7, okay, diminish. Okay, they become the diminisher. Okay, this one. Okay, round 4, okay, P1 cut, okay, no diminishes, okay, and then round 5, you have P2 cut, and then last one is R6, round 6, 2 left. Okay, so they will use divide the divider chooser method. Okay, because they divide only there are 2 players. Okay, so here this is only the clue. Okay, so 7 players, round 1, P1 cut, P2 for 6 are diminishes, round 2 P1 cut, P5 diminish, and then R3 P1 cut again. So P2, P3, P4, 7 diminish, and then P5 round 4 P1 cut, no diminisher. Okay, and then R5 P2 cut, and then P are around 6 to left, 2 player left. So they just choose or use the divider chooser method. Okay. So the question here, A, who gets the piece? Oops. Gets the piece at the end of R1. Okay, so this is the question. B, who cuts the piece at the beginning of R2? Then question again, who gets the piece at the end of not at the end, at the beginning of R3. Okay, so there are A, B, C, D. So D, who cuts the piece at the beginning of R3. Determine who is the diminisher, who will pass based on what they want. Later I will show you, okay? Based on the slides is very easy for you to understand. So this is another example without seeing a figure. Okay, so I think better I show you the slide after this. Okay, so it will clear. Kalau saya tunjuk macam ni je, maybe kamu tak faham. Sekejap wait. We finish this one first, then I show you the slides how to play this one. Who gets piece at the end of R3. Okay, then another question, F. Who cuts at the beginning of R4? We have G, and then who gets a piece at the end of R4. Okay, beginning and at the end, and then last, how many? So there are many questions here. How many rounds until? Okay. So this one a very a little bit complex. Okay. One has a piece of cake. Okay, so these are the questions. Okay. Okay, so based on this one round, you know that there are 6 rounds. Okay, 7 players. Okay, so round must be 6 less than 1. So if there are 5 players, so the round that you should play is 4. Okay, so minus 1. Okay, so here based on this one, the question, who gets the piece, okay, at the end of the round 1. Okay, if you see round 1, okay, P1 cut, P2, 4, and 6 are the only diminisher. Okay, so based on this one, because you know that the fixed when they do this one, okay, they based on the list. So means that P1 first, and then P2, and then P3, and then P4 and P5, and so on. Okay, based on the numbers. Okay, that are who is P1, who is P2, and so on. Okay, so here, based on this one, who gets the piece at the end of round 1? Of course, it is P6. Okay, because P6 is the last diminisher. Okay, and then who cuts the piece at the beginning of R2? Okay, so if you see R2, P1 cut. Okay, so meaning that for B, okay, the answer here is P1. Okay, so this one. And then who gets the piece at the beginning of the R3, round 3? Okay, you check round 3 here. P1, P cut, P1 cut, P2, P3, and so on. Okay. PP4, P6. Okay. Saya ada tertinggal ke? Sekejap. C. Oh, salah. Saya salah soalan. Oh. Sebab dia banyak sangat soalan. This one should be R2. R2. Okay. So who gets the piece at the end of round 2? Of course, it is P5. Okay. So because he is the diminisher. Okay. So for this one, should be for P5. So the answer here is P5. Okay. Who cuts the piece at the beginning of R3? Okay. If you see R3, P1 cuts. Of course, the answer is P1. Okay. No problem. Who gets the end or at the end of the round 3? So you check round 3, P7 is the last one. So of course, the answer here is P7. Okay. Who cuts at the beginning of R4? R4, you see that P1 cut. Okay, so of course P1. Okay, and then, salah, P1. Okay, and then who gets the piece at the end of round 4? Okay, if you see round 4 here, hilang. Right? R4, okay, only P1 cut. No one diminish. So the answer here is P1. Right? Semua hilang. Saya tak tahu lah apa dah jadi. So how many rounds? Okay, until everyone has a piece of cake. Of course, there are 6 rounds. Okay, meaning that the round that you need to play is -1 from the players. Okay, so that is the answer for this one. Okay, so now this is the one that's from the slide. Williams are okay, so this is from the slides. Okay, so this one, this method has been introduced by these two persons in 1940s. Okay, so the idea behind of this method is to divide the set S, okay, the booty or the goods, into 2 pieces. Okay, just this one is very example. So meaning that currently owned by the players, okay, one of the players, which we call the C claimant, and of course the unwanted one is the R, okay, and the rest of S is owned jointly by all other players. Okay, so the arrangement here is actually temporary. Okay, so meaning doesn't mean that if you want that one, that piece doesn't mean it is you already yay aku dah dapat. No, it doesn't mean like that. Okay, it's just a temporary. So anyone can still take your piece. Okay, so if you cannot see, you can see if your girlfriend and boyfriend. If you want that boyfriend is so handsome, so you think that no one can take him from you, but actually anyone can take him from you. Okay, because it is just a temporary arrangement. Okay, so remember that one. So this one is based on that one. Okay, so you can have this one. Okay, you bercinta bagai narak, sekali tengok-tengok dia kahwin dengan orang lain, orang pun kahwin dengan orang lain. So macam itulah dia. Okay, so it is temporary arrangement. So this one is the preliminaries. Of course, you have the players lah. Okay, so each one you have round. Okay, P1 comes next and choice whether. Okay, so P1 cut the piece or the claim what they claim. Okay, that is for what they want. Okay, okay. But P2 don't know. No, P2 of course dia dah nampak lah kan. Okay, but they don't. But P1 don't know whether that one will be his or her share. And okay, because we don't know the other players. Okay, because that is only temporary for you. Okay, so when you do, okay, P2 comes next and has a choice, of course, to pass or to diminish. Only two choice that we need to do. Okay, that we have. So pass meaning that you remain as non-claimant. Kalau you baik hati, you just left it for P1. Kalau you jahat, you ambil lah balik, you diminish the piece. Okay, the C piece that P1 want. Okay, means that is 1 over n. Okay, we don't know. So there are 10 players. Of course, each of the player will get 1 over 10. Okay, so this is it. How the round one. Okay, large piece. Okay, this one. P1 claim here. And then P2 comes. Okay, P2 comes, he said that he wants to diminish this piece. Okay, what happened? This piece is his piece. Okay, so P1 kena tendang belakang, tunggulah giliran. Okay, so P3 comes also, P3 can pass or diminish. Okay, up to them and so on. Okay, so this is what they did, the method. Okay, so this is the island that I said, the castaway. So reality TV shows. Okay, so they use this method, last diminisher method. Okay, to get the piece. Okay, the land that they want. Okay, so there are 5 players here. So P1 until P5. Okay, so P1 start, of course. Okay, so you know that they are 100%. 100% divided by 5, of course 20% for each of them, the fair share. Okay, so this one, P1 consider that this one is worth 20% for her. Okay, this one. Okay, they claim lah. Oops. Okay, claim that this is for her. Okay, so the remaining is 80%. Okay, 20%. Okay, finish. Okay, for P1. What happened? P2 comes. Okay, P2 dia baik hati. Maybe he is a gentleman. Okay, he sees that, okay, I just pass. Okay, I just pass. I just left this piece. Okay, to P1. Okay, so we put P2 here as the non-claimant. Okay, and then P3 comes. What happened to P3? Okay, since he wants that this island, this piece also same like P1, what he do is he claim. Okay, I don't know whether he or she, this one, maybe she, I don't know, tak nampak. Okay, so P3 claims this one. Okay, so kita tendang belakang, so P1 here. Okay, you see that P2 here because he passed. Okay, he don't want to make a choice. Okay, so and then P3 choose this one, this C piece. Okay, so what happened? P1, we put her behind. Okay, as the non-claimant. Okay, and then next one, okay, P4 comes. Okay, you know that P3 already claimed here. Okay, P3 also, P4 also, dia nak juga that she wants also this side. I don't know why. Okay, each of them wants the same, maybe this one is a good one, good side, with good view or whatever. So P4 claim. Okay, so what happened? P4 get this thing, okay, as temporary. So when P5 comes, okay, P5 said that he is a gentleman, so he just let, he pass this side, okay. So P5 we put behind, okay. And then, so left over for this one, 1, 2, 3, and 5. So meaning that this new island is for P4 instead of P1. Instead of P3. Okay, dia dah gaduh. So P4 get this one. Okay, so now P1 is the first one. Okay, for another round 2. Okay, so round 2 when choose, okay, P1 choose this side. Okay, so you see that one is P1. Okay, so this one. So what happened to P1? Okay, move to P2. P2 pass, P3 pass. Okay, let them. Okay, what happened to P5? P5 diminish this one. Okay, means that P5 claim this C piece. Okay, so what happened? We put P1 as the non-claimant here behind. Okay, so P3, P2, they dah pass. So that's why they are here. P2, P3. Okay, put as the non-claimant also. Okay, so and up, this is for P4, this is for P5. Okay, so what happened round 3? As you know that P1, dia dah kena tendang. Okay, we put him this one. So as the first player, he choose also, she choose again, okay, the C piece that she want. Okay, she choose this one. Okay, this side of the island. So ini dia lah. Okay, so P2 and P3 ada non-claimant. Okay, so what happened? P2 maybe dia dah fed up. Okay, he fed up. So what happened? P2 diminish this C piece of P1. Okay, so P1 tenang belakang. Okay, we put at the non-claimant. So this one become the settlement of P2. So as you know that this is P4, this is P5, this is P2. So left over P1 and P2. What happened to these two person? They use the divider chooser method to divide the leftover island. So and up, they have this settlement. Okay, so P1 took here, take here, and P3 take here. Or maybe, okay, P3 can take here and P1 also can be here. So up to them, okay, because this is the divider chooser method. If you see, P4 dia punya tanah tu lagi kecil. Okay, but P1 dia punya tanah lagi besar. Okay, so this is the lone chooser method. So these are the settlement of the island. So it is very easy actually. Okay, so this is the last diminisher method. Okay, so now is the method of seal bits. Okay, so seal bits here. This is usually for settlement with the things. Okay, wasiat lah. Okay, So this one method originally proposed by Hugo Stenhouse and Bronislaw Nestor around 1948. Okay, so to illustrate this method, it is easy by example. Okay, generally we don't know. It's not easy to show. Okay, so this is the Statling grandma's estate. Okay, in her last will and testament, grandma placed a little joke on her for children. Okay, so this one she as for grandchildren, cucu 4 orang, A, B, C, D. Okay, Art, Betty, Carla, and Dave. So by living with just 3 items. So there are 4 grandchildren, but with 3 items. So she have cabin, vintage Rolls Royce, Picasso, painting. Okay, so which one should be to which one? Okay, so what happened? Dia nak gaduh-gaduh ke apa? Okay, so first as a privacy, you know that we have a privacy assumption, and you don't know which or hate or don't like or whatever. Okay, so first you have a bidding. Okay, and of course in this game, the seal bids, you must have money, and then you must see that each of these things, the left, whatever, okay, they are very value to each of you. Okay, they are the value system. Okay, even though you don't like, but you can see that these things are very valuable. Okay, and of course it is based on privacy, and then you have money. Money is very important. Okay, so when they bids, they put it in the envelope. Okay, so this one are the bids. When an estate opens, see that this is the bids. Okay, so Art sees like this, Betty sees like this, Carla sees like this, and Dave sees like this. I don't know whether I can draw or whatever. I think better I put it in to make it easy for you, so you can see it. Kat mana? One. Yep. Okay. So I just, of course, okay, you have the allocation. Okay. So allocation, whose or will get Happy Roses or Picasso. Okay, and then this is the settlement. Okay, so the first settlement. Okay, so this is the result for them. Macam mana nak tulis ni ya? Saya tak pasti lah. Macam mana? Sekejap. I think better I do like this. Sekejap saya tulis dekat Windows Note. Lagi senang kot sebab kamu akan nampak calculation dia. Kalau slide dia tak berapa clear. Not sure lah. For the settlement of each of them here. Betty, Carla, and Dave. So this is R, this is 80, R, 80, Carla, and oops, if. So Okay, cabin also. Wing, source, and castle. In each of them, they see this as
on it. Here, have an arrow.
saya tulis dalam tukar dalam ni dulu. It is easy for you to see because you need to calculate this thing one by one. So 47, then 44. Okay. 52.
Is it raining arrows? My range increases.
Okay, so here okay. This is it, okay, for each of them, okay, because you know that you beats, okay, Arthur, Betty, Carla, and Dave. So these are their bits, how they see, they value each of the things that the grandma left, okay. So whatever what happened to the estate first, what they do is they total up for each of them. Okay, this method of CFD, they total up this cabin Rolls Royce Picasso, the money that they put on the bits into this one. Okay, total you add up only, add, and give you this. Okay. And then you divide for each of them, the fair share for each of them, A, B, C. Arthur, his fair share is 135. Betty, 130. And then Carla is 123. And Dave is 1. And 0 is 0. So this is their fair share. Okay. So, okay. Who will get the first settlement? Okay. What happened here? Okay. So, based on the value that they see here, okay, 220, 40, 280, okay, siapa paling mahal lah among these things, okay. So, what happened here is Art, Okay, at fair share, his value is 135. Okay, and then he puts this one, the value, which one that he sees that is more valuable is Picasso. Alamak. Jadi, so this one, okay, Picasso. Okay, this is for art. Okay, and then next one. Okay, so left Betty, Carla, and Dave. Okay, if you see again, okay, ini saya buat tak nampak dulu lah. But Betty's fair share is 130. Okay, so based on this one, okay, the second one that they like is this one. Okay, Betty gets Kevin. Okay, so leftover with Rolls Royce. Okay, so what happened to this one is, of course, leftover the Rolls Royce, they will get the Rolls Royce. Okay, so these are their shares. Okay, so based on this one, you see that Carla didn't get anything. Takkan dia nak nangis, dia nak mengamuk or whatever. Okay, so what happened? You see based on their fair shares, okay, so, yeah, for arts. Okay, art, okay, fair share is 135. And then, you know that the value of the Picasso is 280. Okay, was that 280k? Okay, you minus with his fair share. That is 135. Okay, so meaning that, okay, Arthur needs to pay to the estate. Okay, you ambil calculator. Arthur needs to pay 145. This one, fair share. Okay, because he gets things that more than his fair share. That is 135. So that's why Art needs to pay to the estate.
You've got my wind up.
145. And then how about for Betty? Betty, her fair share is 130, and then he gets 2. Okay, so just minus. Salah. Minus. Saya lupa. Kena ada calculator. So 130. Okay, so use your calculator, then you will know that Betty needs to pay
120,000.
yeah, 120. Okay, so that they needs to pay to the estate. Okay, so Carla fair share is 123. Okay, 123 thousand. So since he didn't get anything, okay, she will get 123 in cash. Okay, so Carla gets 123. So this one from estate, so this is 123. Okay, and then next, oops. Okay, so Dave. Okay, for his share, okay, Dave. This is Dave. Okay, what happened to Dave? His fair share is 110. Okay, and then the Rolls Royce that he get is value for 52. Okay, so what happened to him? He gets additional 58k. Okay, so 110. Okay, plus with, okay, because the value of this thing means that you just minus, he gets, oops, okay, so this one 58. Okay, so this is the value. Oh, salah. Yang ini pun salah saya ni. It's not 110 because this is the cars. So the cars is value. Okay, so this is the one that is 52. Okay, so 52. Okay, so meaning that they get this one because fair share. Okay, so of course this is fair share. Okay, so this is from the estate. Okay, so what happened next? Okay, belum habis lagi, not finished yet. Okay, so what you do is, because you know that Art and Betty, they paid again. Okay, they paid the estate. What happened? Okay,
Catch my
you
point?
need to add up. Okay, the one that their shares that Art and Betty pays. So meaning that, okay, they pay 145. 145 K plus 120 K. Okay, so add up. Mana calculator? Saya punya calculator pun tak tahu mana. Ini je. Berapa? Yang ni 165 kan? 265 kan? Yes.
26.
265. 265, right?
Dengan 5,000.
Yeah. Okay. So 265, of course, you minus with this thing. Okay. Jangan saya macam blur sikit. Okay. So 265 divide. Saya punya calculator ni sikit. Ini phone je, bukan calculator. So 265 minus with berapa dia dapat? 58. Right? And then minus with 1, 2, 3. Okay? So from this one, okay, meaning that, okay, mana dia dapat 1, 2, 3 ni? And where did 58K comes from? Okay, actually, this 265, okay, 265K, you minus with the fair share for Carla, which is 1, 2, 3, okay, and then minus with the one that the estate give to Dave, which is 58. Ada je. So left over for this one is 80. Yeah. So this is the leftover, okay, from the estate. Dia actually, the settlement hujung ni dia ada banyak cara actually. Okay. So based on how you want to divide or to, I don't know. Okay. So this one, okay, this one from the estate. Okay. So this is the surplus. Okay. Surplus money. Jangan hang lagi komputer. Sama ada komputer saya dah berat ke apa. See? Okay, so this is the surplus money. Okay, so what happened to this surplus money? Of course, the estate needs to give or to divide to each of them. There are 4 players, right? So 84, okay. Divide by 4, okay. So you divide by 4. Office lain lagi punya masalah.
21,000.
Ya, betul.
Bagi 4, 1,000. Betul tak?
Yes. Betul. Sekejap komputer saya dia dah tak tahu. Okay, 21. Okay, so each of them, okay, will receive the money of 21K. Okay, so this one, okay, this surplus money, okay, depends with how the estate or how they want to settle actually, because there are 2 ways actually. Okay, one way is Okay, you know that R, okay, needs to pay 145. One another way lah. Okay, so R needs to pay 145 to the estate. Okay, instead of paying
Another arrow in my quiver.
125, you know that there are surplus money. Okay, he just minus with the 21k. It means that he don't need to receive the 21k. Okay, so 145 minus 21k, how much?
124,000.
Yes.
124,000.
So 124k. Okay, so this one means that instead of paying 145, I'd only pay 124. Same with Betty. Okay, so
My elbows
Betty
grows.
needs to pay how much? 120, right? So 120. Okay, minus with 21. Okay, so this one will be
99.
199. 199.
99.
Yeah. Okay, so 99. So this is Betty punya share lah. Okay, so they just pay 124 and 99k, while the others 21k for Dave and Carla, you just means that Carla will get another 21. Okay, and also Dave gets the Rolls Royce with the 58 plus again with the 21. Okay, so this is it, how you play. Or if not, okay, they just receive the surplus. Okay, I still need to pay 145 and they pay 120. Okay, so that's depend how to make it easy. Okay, kalau tak, you can do then another way is 145 minus 21. Okay, so means that Art and Betty didn't get the surplus. It's something like that. Okay, so this is the method of seal bids. Okay, so this is the example of methods of seal bids. Another one other than in the slide. The slides is very the example is very well known, famous. Okay, so another example is this one.
Buried beneath a tree.
Oh, so this is another example that a little bit different. Grandma's will and statement also. Okay, so this one is another example that is hopefully the smoother. So A B C. So the addresser, the desk, that's vanity and tapestry. Okay, so this is the example. So the value for each of these, okay, 130, 300, and then 275. And this one is 180, 150, and then 165. And then vanity is 170, 200, and then 260. Tapestry is 400. And this one is 250, and this one is 500. Okay, so these are the things that they want to divide among the 3 players. Okay, there are 4 things. There are 3 players. Okay, but there are 3 players. So how they're going to divide this thing? Okay, the share for A, B, C. And then they bids, and this is the value for each of them. Okay, so what you do first is just you total up first. Okay, you want to see their fair shares. So this is the total. This is the fair share. Okay, so this one will be 900. Oh, 9,000. 900. Okay. So this one is 900. So this is 1,200. Okay, and the fair share for A is 300. This one is 300 also, and this is 400. Okay. So this one, what you see here, what you do, okay, that this is for ABC. Okay. So how to settle this one? Okay. You see which one is the highest one for A, okay, which one he beats, and so on. Okay, so this one, for this case, okay, so 300, 275, the dresser, 250, so it should be, okay, dresser goes to B, okay, and then for the dash is for A, and then another one. Okay, so vanity goes to
Attack!
C. And the last one, how about tapestry? Okay, because you know that each of them will already get each item. So what happened? Tapestry, okay, the highest bid is also this one. Sekejap sekejap. Ada orang datang. Saya lagi kat rumah ni.
Range increases. Another arrow in my quiver.
Okay, dah.
Here.
It's 150.
Wild winds rise. rising.
Saya dah salah pilih. Okay, it's 150.
On my way.
Okay, 150. Okay, so now mata saya pun dah terbalik. Okay, so now this is the
My
settlement.
range increases.
Okay, so next for A, okay, the price is 180. Maklum, hari Rabu ramai lecturer free kan. Macam kami tak free. So, macam-macam lah yang masuk. Itulah, inilah, ya. Bila dia ini pun, dia buat ni. Padahal kita ada kelas. Kita ada kelas. Minoriti yang ada kelas hari Rabu. So, dia suka macam-macam. Hari Rabu. Kalau hari biasa tu dia macam senyap sebab semua orang macam kelas. Kalau hari Rabu dia, macam-macam ada. Macam-macam ada. Tapi the best thing is kelas hari Rabu ni kami boleh ignore lah. Apa-apa pun. Kelas. Pentingkan kelas. Okay. So here, okay, based on this one, okay, fair share for A. Okay, he gets, or whatever she, or this is she, all she. Okay, she gets, fair share is 300 and she gets worth 180. 180. So, means that, okay, she takes, okay, yang, okay, I use this one, takes 120. Okay, from estate. This is estate. Okay. Belum lagi belum lagi. And then 300 for dresser. Okay. So meaning that $0 from estate. And then another one, vanity plus tapestry for C. Okay. She gets, okay, because the fair share is 400. Okay. And then he gets things value for 760, meaning that he pays to the estate, meaning she needs to pay 360 to the estate.
Wild winds
Okay,
rising.
this one. Okay, so okay, 360 is the value that the estate gets. Okay, 360. Okay, so what happened to this 360? You minus with 120. Okay, they call it escrow, they said. So 360 that C pay to estate minus with the minus with 120 to the estate. Okay, so 120, meaning that we'll get 240. Yes. So this is the surplus. Okay. So surplus you divide by 3, which means that surplus, each of them will get $80. Okay. So based on this one, okay, the value here. So for A, she gets 100 plus $80 from the estate. Okay, so this one, okay, $80. Okay, surplus. And tapestry also, tapestry pula. B get $80. Okay, surplus. Okay, this one. And then C also gets $680. Okay, so this is how they settle it. Okay, the surplus. So meaning that kalau dia tak nak, then just 760 to just minus with 80. So that is another one. Okay, so means that 280. Okay, 360, you just minus with 80, so pay to the estate as 280. Okay, so 360 minus with $80. Okay, pay to the estate as 280. Okay, so this is it. Okay, meaning that they tolak lah. Get the surplus, and then they said just minus from the 80 that she get. Okay, so she pays to the estate as 280. So this is the settlement. Okay, methods of sale bids.
Attack!
Okay, method last. Okay, so this is another method, the last method, which we call it as method of markers. Okay, so this is the markers. So this one a little bit I don't know. So because we need to arrange things in array. Okay, so this one based on the slides only. Another example here, all the same. Okay, all the same. So I don't think a problem here. So this one salah. Method of markers, you need to see things in array, and all the things that you see like candies, jewelry, or so on, they have value almost the same. Okay, cannot see that this thing is more valuable, this thing is okay, yang ni harga RM1, this one another one is 100, this one another is 50. No, you need to see it actual with almost the same value. Okay, so this is not method of markers.
Feel the wind in your hair.
So yang ni kita pakai ni je. Okay, so this is for discrete fair division. Okay, method of markers. So required more items to be divided. Then there are players in the game. So items are more than the players. And then it is reasonably close in value. So that is method of markers. And then you line up it randomly but fixed in a sequence, means that in array. So each player will make a bid on the item, like a rope. Okay, you susun sama baris panjang, you susun and then you cut the rope into few. Okay, so a player bids consists of dividing the array into segments of consecutive items. Okay, so each of the segment represents a fair share of the entire sets of items. Okay, so for convenience, if you have five players, means that you have 4 cards. Okay, so n players, n segments, you have n minus 1. Okay, so it cuts, not the players. Okay, whatever happen, the player, each of player, they needs to put their markers, okay, on the segment. Means that that segment is what the things that they cut, so they put the markers. Okay, so that is their bits. Okay, so and of course, to ensure privacy, no player should see the markers for another player before laying down his or her own. Okay, so the final step is to give to each player one of the segment in his or her bid. Okay, so this is the example. The easiest way is to use the example that is ABC, Alice, Bianca, Carla, and Dana. Okay, so they have the Halloween leftovers and then they want to divide among themselves. So there are 20 pieces. So fair share for each of them is actually 5. Okay, so instead of they accept their offers, the offers from their teachers, Mrs. Jones, so they want to use the method of markers to divide among themselves the leftovers Halloweens. Okay, the chocolate, the candies, and so on. So maknanya I don't know how many years old they are actually. So dia dah tahu methods of markers. Okay, so they arrange that the things, okay, the leftovers, the candies, and the chocolate here into array like this. Okay, so this one. Okay, they put 1, 2, 3 until 20 here. So of course, you know, fair share, each of them will get 5. Okay, so here, saya dah masih ada lagi. So each child, okay, each of them will write the segment that they own. So means that where they want to put their markers. So 4 players, there are 3 markers. Okay, so for A, means that A1, A2, and A3. So B, B1, B2, and B3. Okay, something like that. Okay, because they need to put. Okay, so here, if you see here, apa ni? Okay, tapi yang ni dah ni dia, ada tak untuk, saya tak tahu mana nak ubah kat guna ni sebab kat ini, okay, so here, if you see, okay, if you want to see the segment, okay, which array from where you start, okay, when they put the marker, it's like this. Dia tak cantik. Tapi saya tak jumpa kat mana nak buang dia punya tanda ni. Okay, so the marker is B1 here. Okay, when each of them put, so this is A1, D1, C1. Okay, B2, C2, D2. This is B1. A2, C3, B3, A3, and D3. Okay, so these are the markers that they left. Okay, for each of them. Okay, so which one we get which. Okay, so you start from left to right. Okay, the first marker you see, that is the one. Okay, so when we scan from number 1 here, the Reese chocolate here, okay, so 1, 2, 3, there's no marker yet until you see between 4 and 5 there you can find that there is a marker which is B1. Okay, because we don't know who is the P1, who P2, and so on. Never mind, because the important thing is which marker that we see. Okay, for the first one, okay, of course lah, A1, B1, and C. Okay, so this one B1, this one is A1, D1, and C1. Okay, since B1, okay, you can find this B1, so means that Bianca will get 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so Bianca, this is the share for Bianca. Okay, what happened to Bianca after that? Okay, and what happened to the marker of the first round? Okay, B1, 1, 2, 3, 4 is for Bianca. You take out A1 marker, D1 marker, and C1 marker. Means that is for the first round. Okay, and then what happened again for Bianca's marker, B2 and B3, you take out also. Okay, means that Bianca no more in the game. Okay, because she already get his share. Okay, and then so next after that, okay, you see that here 4 and 5, 5, 6. Okay, this one is the last one where you put the marker. Okay, so 5, 6. Okay, you ignore this one, ignore. You start here. This is where you start. Okay, so 7, 8. Okay, and then you see here this one, the B2. Okay, B2 markers. Okay, so what happened to this one? You take out for B. No, not B2. Okay, C2 here. Okay, sorry, salah. C2 markers here sebab B dah tak ada kan. So B dah dapat. So what happened? C2 will get his her share here. 7, 8, and 9. Okay, 7, 8, 9. So this one is C1. Okay, 7, 8, 9. Okay, for C2. Okay, so you take out for C2 markers. Okay, left over for this one. Okay, so end up, okay, like this one. Okay, Alice bids mean that she is willing to accept one of the following share. Okay, so meaning that here. Okay. So allocation, Bianca gets the B1 here. Okay. So you see that this one A1, D1 and C1. So this one is for Bianca. Okay. What happened to C? Because you see that the Carla's punya marker here is, you start from here because this is where the end up of the round 1. Okay, you need to take out. Okay, so this one you put aside 5 and 6, you put aside. So you start from 7, 8 and 9 too. So this is 7, 8, 9 for Carla. Okay, and then you see that the markers here for round 2 is until number 11. Okay, so you put aside number 10 and 11. Okay, and of course for C markers, now you just take out for C3. Okay, so what happened to this one, to Carla? Okay, you start with number 12. Okay, so number 12, you see, you can find that the next marker is 12, 13, 14. Okay, you just scan. Okay, 14, 15 and 16. Okay, where you can see here, there are two markers for A3. This is round 3. A3 and D3. Okay, so siapa yang nak dapat? Who will get this? 12 until 16. Who will get 17 until 20? Okay, so what happened to Alice and Dana in round 3? They just toss a coin or whatever they do. Okay, because there's a tie there. So, okay, Alice win and get this 12 until 16. Okay, so Dana will get 17 until 20. Okay, so what happened to this one? 5, 6, okay, from round 1 and 11 and 12 from round 2. So what happened here is they just divide among themselves. Okay, the leftovers here. Okay, so this is how they divide the surplus. This is allocation for Dana and this is for the Dana. Okay, so this is the leftovers. Okay, dividing the leftovers, so the surplus, okay, whatever, whichever they want. Okay, so they can choose any. Okay, so the generally, okay, so you have this for method of markers. Okay, we have these general things. Okay, this one you have generalization. Okay, so you range item randomly and then you label until it M means that
挑战
going
50
from left
块
to right.
是
So
跑
this
康乐夜
that
市
there are empties
来和小编
and
一起
M
探
is
索
with
究竟50块
items.
能在
Okay,
康
and
乐
then
夜
you
市
divide
吃到些什么吧
okay, the array into each segment. Means that the markers will be n
第
minus
一
1
站就来
along
到了
the
康乐夜市最著名的咸蛋炸料，看
So
着这
this
黄
one
金
we
色
assume it present a fair share of the for each player. Okay, in the array. And then you scan from left to right until you found you can find the first marker. Okay, means that this is the round 1. Okay, so that one will be the that the first one, the array that you can find, and that is for the first player. Okay, so just say that that is P1. Okay, and then if there's a a bit, okay, that there's a tie, so you need to break the tie randomly. Okay, so what you do, P1's marker, because already get the shares, okay, you move the P1 markers. And then you, in the round 2, you must or you need to scan for the first, second marker, okay, for the round 2. And then of course, until you find it, you allocate for that shares or that array to the P2. Okay, and then you continue it and then you divide the surplus. Okay, so that is for the method of markers. Okay, for each of them we get. So any questions? Agak ini sikit sebab cakap benda tu. Okay, any questions? Tadi saya dah nampak yang ni.
Sebab tak ada lah doktor, cuma macam banyaknya langkah-langkah dia.
Mana? Yang mana? For
Ya.
which method?
Yang kita belajar ini ada banyak.
Memang banyak step. That's why dia slow dan panjang. Sebab dia ada 7 method 7 methods. So that's why to remember which method is suitable or implement semua. And then it's easy. Some methods you can read easily in the slides. Some methods is not easy to understand in the slide. At the beginning when I teach this chapter, this chapter 3, susah sangat nak faham. It's very hard for me to understand, especially the divider method, the lone divider or the chooser method. I don't understand at all because from the slides kan, saya tak nampak sangat. And then I need to find another books and example to understand that one. So that's why I just use the outside material because I found that it is very easy for you to understand instead of using the slide. And the others, of course, we just use the slide. Okay. And next week also, I'm not using the slide. Also. Okay. Any questions? Ada lagi? I know you want your QR. Peperiksaan akhir sudah disediakan, dah ada dah. For your final exam, midterm pun belum. Don't worry, your midterm, your final exam dah ada pun soalan. Sediakan QR.
Betul, yang saya exam tu kan? Subjektif kan? Subjektif sajak semua kan?
No, ada MCQ.
Ada MCQ.
Yes, MCQ and then section B lah, subjektif.
Oh, okay.
2 section.
Already moving.
So 94. How many of you should be in the class? In the assignment. I released the assignment today, okay? Then you see how many percent.
You've got my wind
Then you
up.
have your own WhatsApp group. Pandai-pandai lah cari
Wild winds
group sendiri
rising.
Make sure you do in group. Kalau tak, maka
Attack.
kena potong banyak. Okay? Soalan dah ada, tapi because of I don't know how many of you, so saya kena postpone sampailah dah confirm berapa orang. Sekejap turun, sekejap naik, sekejap turun, sekejap naik.
My range increases.
So far for TMU, kita exam online dululah. Belum ada face to face lah.
You catch my point?
Elective. Okay. So, don't worry. Andy lagi sekali.
Feel the wind in your hair. Try this on for size.
Can. Later okay, because already finished chapter 3, so I
My
will
elbow strength grows.
upload the one chapter 3, okay, and the slides also, the recording of the class. Sabar, satu-satu.
at them. Taste my arrow. Is it raining arrows? Attack!
Group selection kat elite ke? Boleh. Kalau nak buat ke selection kat elite, boleh? Nanti saya buat Quiz? Yeah. Can. No, can pula. Okay, this Friday. Is it okay? This Friday? Chapter 1 and chapter 3. Okay? A very short one. So, I give you both 30 minutes. I mean, no.
Chapter 1 dengan 1 dan 3 kah?
Yes. Chapter 1 and chapter 3. Chapter 2 tak ada. Chapter 2 tak ada. Chapter 1 and chapter 3. So, a very short one. Both for this one, I open 30 minutes. Okay, kamu kena buat lah cepat-cepat. Okay, malam kot. Nanti kamu tengok sendiri. Siang mesti kamu sibuk dengan kelas lah, apalah. Very short one. Tak banyak pun soalan dia, tapi kamu kena buat sebab markah tu menyumbang 10%, and then what I see from previous online, when you do not face to face, online, ramai student tak buat and then tak score. So this time you need to score this assessment, I mean the quiz. Okay?
Try this on for size.
Okay dah. Saya nak stop ni. Ada lagi kah?
My range
MCQ?
increases.
Tak. Not all MCQ. Hari Jumaat 10 minit je. Dia sekejap je. Dia pendek je. Dia pendek-pendek je. Soalan tak banyak. Soalan sikit je.
Tapi jalan kerja dia.
Arrow in my...
Itu saya tak boleh nak cakap lah. Itu untung nasib lah. Saya pun tak ingat soalan dia. Tak, dia ada yang senang je. Buat dalam pukul 8.30 sampai 9 malam. Okey lah kan? Betul lah kan? Sekejap je.
Boleh juga tu malam tu.
Lepak-lepak. Tak adalah susah pun.
My
Tahu
elbow
saya lah.
strength grows.
Bila saya suka bagi soalan susah bukan kos ni lah. Kos ni tak adalah saya bagi susah. Yang kalau fakulti sendiri saya suka bagi soalan susah.
Is empty.
You know, because they are specialization in that field kan. So dia kena susah lah soalan. Kurang senang je. Okay, ada lagi manual attendance? Ada lagi tak? Sekejap je. Saya ajar apa? Saya ajar mathematics. Saya buat, saya maths. Saya memang orang mathematics. Saya buat, kalau nak tahu, saya punya research pasal cancer. Penyakit kanser tu, so saya buat yang itu.
Wild winds rising.
Taklah, okey lah. Calculation tu 30 minit. Soalan dia pun sikit-sikit. So, pukul 12, nak terawih dulu. Okey, boleh. Saya buat dalam pukul 11 lah. Saya buat applied maths tapi bukan deep learning or machine learning. Tapi saya dah belajar lah machine learning tu.
You've
Kenapa?
got my wind up.
Nak tahu ke pasal machine learning tu? Boleh je. FYP Buat pasal apa? Machine learning. Fakulti apa kamu? Machine learning senang. Tapi senang ke machine learning? Jahat tu. split learning. Susah. Sekarang okey. Kalau tak ni boleh saya tunjukkan saya. Kecuali korang punya math senang lah. Jangan risau.
Computational intelligence dengan linguistik yang susah rasa.
Susah.
Have an arrow.
Tapi machine learning punya math senang kan?
Dia pun notation yang confusing sebab kami saya dah ambil method lah.
Oh. Okay. So masih ambil lah.
Tengah ambil lah sekarang. Ya tu.
Mun rasa susah, rasa macam
Try this on
perlu
for size.
tanya yang kami. Boleh kita tanya yang kami?
Okay doktor.
Kalau email yang kami.
Okay boleh.
Okay. Okay. So ada lagi soalan? Tak boleh. Tak boleh. Terawih sekejap je. Mana dah sampai pukul 12 malam terawih. Orang terawih pukul berapa kat Sarawak ni? 10 lah habis. 10 lebih.
My
dah
range
habis.
increases.
So saya buka sampai pukul 11.30 nanti. Malam. Hari Sabtu, on Saturday I have another exam. Itu lagi teruk tu. Belum apa-apa pun saya dah serabut yang. Okay, I have another exam actually on Saturday. So that's why it's on Friday. Okay. Relax je, tak lama. Satu soal satu. First try or first attempt, and then for 30 minutes each of you. Habis buat tu buatlah lagi. Okay. So buat malam
I
lah.
go.
I will open around
Feel the wind in your hair.
9. Okay lah, 9 until 11.
Raining arrows.
Okay. 82254. Boleh previous soalan tak nanti? Previous soalan? Boleh. Okay, ada apa-apa lagi? Tak ada. Habis? Okay, nanti Julie boleh email kat saya lah. Kalau tu nanti saya dah masuk office. Esok baru saya masuk office. Yay! So boleh jumpa saya. Okay? Okay, itu saja. Jumpa next week. Okay, jangan lupa. Okay, bye. Okay.
Another arrow in my quiver. Attack! You've got my wind up. You catch my point? My range increases. Nice. Wild winds rising. Try this on for size. Another arrow have an arrow. Reap the whirlwind. Taste my arrow. Attack! Attack! My elbow strength grows. At them. Feel the wind in your hair. Is it raining arrows? You've got my wind up. Another arrow in my quiver. Taste my arrow. Attack! At them. Here, have an arrow. Another arrow in my quiver. Try this on for size. My range increases. whirlwind. Of course. You catch my point? My range increases. Is it raining arrows? Not my one. Attack! Try this on for size. Reap the whirlwind. Is it raining arrows? You've got my wind up. At them. Attack! I'm way ahead. Wild winds rising. Here, have an arrow. Wild winds rising. Feel the wind in your hair. Attack! Taste my arrow. You catch my point? Feel the wind in your hair. Another arrow in my quiver. Wild winds rising.